Involved campaign for 2012 is focusing on rugby league this week. We have been live in the southwest of England with our reporter Amy Lewis throughout the morning, and we can go back there now. Amy, just remind us what exactly has been going on there.
Yes, earlier on today we saw 10 men who were having a 4-day session that was concluding today, which meant that they could go out into the community and actually train youngsters to get involved. And now this afternoon we have here the Sonics. They are having their training session, which they have here every single Sunday. They are the only Premier League team in the Southwest. Of course, the Southwest isn't particularly an area that you would associate with rugby league. It's more rugby union. However, they do say that they're bucking the trend here. The club say that they have actually seen an increase in participation recently, although that's not reflected across the rest of the country or the South. Across the South, 4 years ago, 38,000 people were taking part. Now Sport England say that's fallen to 17,000, so it's more than half in the past 4 years. I'm pleased to say that I'm joined with Carl Furley, who is the head coach here with the Sonics in Bristol. First of all, you said that you're bucking the trend. What are you doing to try and buck the trend?
We're getting involved with schools, we're getting involved with the Filton Academy down here. We're trying to get our players as coaches out into the local community and just trying to show people what the sport's all about.
Of course, as I mentioned, it's not a sport that you really associate with the South. It's more a sport that you associate with the North. In the South in general, why do you think it may well be falling?
I'm not sure that it is falling, but you know, if people say it is falling, maybe it's because unions become more prevalent on TV. You've only got the Super League, and that's not really widely covered on Sky Sports. It's pretty good, but on BBC and that sort of thing, it's not really covered on on a weekly basis.
Why do you think people should get involved in the sport?
Oh, it's a fantastic sport. It's fast. It's aggressive. People like it. It's the contact's fantastic. You can play it if you're on all shapes and sizes. We've got players from under 14s, 16s. I think the oldest player we've got at the moment is 37. It's just a fantastic sport.
If people do want to get involved, is it a sport that costs much?
No, not at all. All you need is a ball and someone to play.
Some mums might be sitting there at home, deep dads, thinking, I don't know if I want my child going out playing rugby. It's a bit brutal. What would you say to them?
No, it's not brutal at all. It's a great way to keep fit. The guys are great camaraderie. It's just a fantastic sport. I've been involved since I was 8 years old.
I'm going to let you get back to your coaching session. Thank you very much for speaking to us. We do appreciate it. Well, next year the Rugby League World Cup is going to be taking place. One of those matches is going to be actually held here in Bristol. And indeed, there are plans, and it's hoped that the first professional team will be in the Southwest for Rugby League next year. All things that the people here are saying that they're hoping will inspire youngsters to get involved in the sport and sort of increase participation overall.
Amy, thank you very much. Back to Filton in Bristol now, and to Amy Lewis as we continue to see how people are trying to get involved in rugby league. Amy.
Yes, they're certainly getting involved here. There is a session taking place for the Sonics, a training session. They come here twice a week for it. They are the only Premier League side for rugby league in the Southwest. They're actually bucking the trend and seeing an increase here in participation, but across the South it is falling. Sport England say 38,000 were taking part 4 years ago. It's more than halved now to 17,000. We can speak to a couple of players here today from the Sonics. First of all, we're going to speak to Marcus Brocker. First of all, why should people get involved in rugby league?
It's just a good sport to play, you get out on a Saturday, you get to run at people. The contact, if you like contact sports, it's easy to get into, and it's a game that a lot of people can play, whether you're a big guy or a small guy. There's a place for everyone really on a pitch, so it's easy to get involved in, really. Perhaps
some youngsters who are watching and thinking of taking up a sport, what would you say to them if they were thinking perhaps it might be quite a brutal sport?
Well, it's a sort of, rugby is what you make of it, the forwards do the hard stuff, right? And if you're quite a young, small guy or whatever, you go out on a wing and you do all the score the tries, you get the glory for it, really. So it's easy.
Is it an expensive sport?
No, not at all, no. You need a pair of boots and you turn up on a Saturday and play.
We're just going to bring in Wes Rogers. Wes, you're from the north of England, where it's perhaps more familiar to more of our northern viewers as a sport. Why did you first of all get involved in rugby league?
Well, I think it was just one of them sports coming from the Hull area that really naturally you fell into. Obviously a fairly big guy, and to be honest, down in the southwest where unions actually probably got a stronger foothold. Actually, rugby league up in Hull really is the major sport.
As somebody who's gone from the north to the south, it's unusual to come down here for rugby league, but you have done it. What do you think needs to be done to try and make the sport grow?
I think I just mentioned how Union has got a strong foothold. I think initially it has got to be offered up as actually a complement to the Union game as opposed to something that's competing with the Union game. For me, that's the key really to get the foothold, and that's what's happened here at Bristol Sonics.
Who's better at rugby, the North or the South?
I've got to be totally honest. Coming from the heartland, you know, they've been playing it for years there, and there's a lot of stuff that the guys up there really know about the game itself. But you know, in terms of natural talent and skill levels, it's all down here in the southwest as it is up in the north. So it's really just educating people about the game of rugby league.
Guys, thank you both of you. We really appreciate you speaking to us. We really do appreciate it. We'll let you get back to your training session. Well, next year the Rugby League World Cup is going to be taking place. One of those matches is going to be taking place here in Bristol. And then on top of that, there are plans, and it is hoped that the first professional side will actually start here in the southwest. So all of this, it's hope, will inspire youngsters to start getting involved. And I have to say, it's so cold here that I'm actually getting involved just to keep warm.
Amy, thank you.
We're here with Bristol Sonics head coach Carl Fernley and academy head coach Johan Schumann. Carl, we've just had Sky Sports down this morning. How did that go?
Oh, fantastic. Well done. They came down talking about the participation in the sport, and we explained that down here at Bristol Sonics we've had a tremendous increase in the number of players in this last 12 months.
And how are the Sonics pre-season preparations going?
Oh, we just got going actually. We're training now on Thursday nights and Sunday afternoons. We've got the gym from 7:30 till 9, then we're in the indoor 3G from 9 till 10 o'clock. It's a fantastic facility.
Johan, obviously it was a big year for the juniors last year. What are the plans for this year?
Well, based on last year's success, I can only assume it's going to be even better. We've got loads of interest already. We've got 4 under 14s, 4 under 16s, which is more than we had last year. And based on all the things we're using these facilities, I think it's going to be very, very good.
And Carl, obviously there's a big need to get more volunteers into the club. What are the plans for doing that?
Oh, we've got a volunteer event early on in February. We're looking for volunteers at all aspects of the club. Accountancy, bookkeeping, just general day-to-day aspects. You know, we're looking for match day managers, everything. So you know, if you want to come down, you want to get involved. We're not just looking for players, spectators. So yeah, just get involved with the club really.
Cheers, guys.
And down, play the ball, play the ball, play the ball.
We're coughing.
Let's go.
Yeah, good, Johan.